Alright guys, we have some exciting news. So, Gummy, Felmyst, sound familiar? Well, if you don't remember or don't know, a couple of years ago, there was a server gonna come out called Felmyst, made by the developer, Gummy, and it was gonna be a TBC Blizz-like server. It generated a ton of hype, and everyone wanted to play it. Well, unfortunately, within a few hours of it launching, Gummy got a cease and desist from Blizzard, which caused him to shut it down. Well, years later, more and more private servers are coming up and are being hosted elsewhere where Blizzard cannot touch them. Looks like he's going to be giving it another shot with Felmyst 3. Now, real quick, this is going to be the make or break for some people. Instead of it being an actual server that's going to be Blizz-like progression, well, yes, the progression itself will be Blizz-like. It's going to be a 6-month seasonal server. So that means, every 6 months, the server is going to wipe and start over again. So there's that, because I know a lot of people don't like seasonal servers, so there's out of the way. If you don't like that, bye-bye. Anyway, if you want to continue, let's keep talking about what the server is going to be having. So, he says he wants to start off with the patch 2.0 instead of 2.4, which most private servers with TBC start at. It's the equivalent of starting at patch 3.3.5 for Wrath and 1.12 for Vanilla. But instead, he's starting back at the beginning from 2.0, which means it's going to have real item progression, all of the itemization, all of the stats, everything is going to be much more reduced than what you're used to, especially in Classic WoW, where they started at 2.4, and you started from the beginning with all the endgame itemizations and such. The dungeons and raids are going to be much harder because of this. Also, all of the stats have been reduced back to their original pre-nerfed forms. He also did mention that while everyone knows Karazhan to be the raid you go to when you, right when you hit endgame, that's where you go to gear up so that you could do the other raids. No, that's not going to be the case here. While Kara is considered the first raid, you need to run normal mode over and over and over again. And I'm saying normal mode because heroics are going to be actually very hard. They can give gear on par with the lower raid levels. So heroics are basically 5-man raids. They're going to be extremely hard. You need to run the endgame normal modes to even get up to gear to hopefully win Karazhan, and then later on heroics between the various raids as you progress into tier 5 and tier 6. Now, with it being a 6-month seasonal server, a lot of people, I got a level from 1 to 70, and sometimes if you're just more casual at it, you only get a couple of times a week or a day to play, or hours rather, then don't feel bad, because he said that the levels 1 through 60 are going to be Wrath rates, which means you can get to level 60 in a week or less, maybe a couple of days. However, he said that the 60 to 70 will be times 1 TBC, so it should take you around 1 to 2 weeks to hit from 1 to 70 if you're playing it moderately. You're not playing it hours and hours and hours a day, but you're at least giving it a few hours here and there per week. He did say that there's going to be absolutely no donations or shop for this server, so there's nothing that's going to be monetizing this server at all. He is paying it completely out of pocket. He did say there's going to be a strict rule on no multi-boxing, no botting, none of that. He's not tolerating any of that. Now, going back to the beginning real quick, how I opened up with his server originally being taken down by Blizzard. Well, he's going to be hosting the server in Europe, so it's going to be far more protected legally than it originally was, because I don't remember where it originally was hosted. However, some countries in Europe, if they try sending a cease and desist, you really don't have to do anything. It's just nothing more than a piece of paper at that point. But anyway, that's all of the information I have to bring to you today, telling you about this server's coming up. There's currently no ETA on when it's going to be actually releasing, but he said you could keep up to date on his Discord, which is going to be open. You can go to his video. I'll try to link it in the description below if I can, of his Discord, so everybody can go in and join, keep up to date. And that's going to be it for this video. I don't really think I'm going to be playing this server because I'm not into the seasonal stuff, and TBC is not really my favorite expansion, but I'll go ahead and keep you guys up to date with any news that does come out of this server. So if you want to hear more news and updates from the server, then please hit like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.